We hope you like the products we recommend. Just so you are aware, Freshome may collect a share of sales from the links on this page. In 2017, we were all about Hygge, the Scandinavian design trend that focused on creating simple interiors that are infused with comfort. This year, it's time to take things a step further. Say hello to Wabi-Sabi design, the Japanese-inspired trend that's bound to become your new favorite look. Keep reading to learn more about what Wabi-Sabi stands for, why it's so compelling as a design trend, and how you can bring the look into the rooms of your own home. We're sure that by the time you get to the end of this post, you'll be ready to try this aesthetic out for yourself. What is Wabi-Sabi? Wabi-Sabi is a Japanese philosophy that has been around since the 15th century. It came about as a reaction to the dominant trends of the time, which relied heavily on over-ornamentation, lavishness, and the use of rare materials. In direct contrast, Wabi-Sabi is all about finding beauty in imperfection. It involves grounding oneself by forming a deep connection to the earth and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Above all, it centers around recognizing the importance of authenticity and striving to remain authentic in all aspects of one's life. For some, Wabi-Sabi is more of a guiding principle than a design trend. It's about accepting things as they are, rather than spending your time wishing for something better, and retraining yourself to find the positives in less than ideal situations. However, even if you're not ready to go all in philosophically, including some of these principles into your interiors may be a great starting point. Use natural materials. Since a large part of Wabi-Sabi is about connecting to the earth, it's no surprise that this interior design trend relies on the use of natural materials. It's possible to incorporate these materials no matter where your aesthetic preferences may lie. For example, someone who prefers Nordic design might build their design around light woods, while someone who enjoys a Mediterranean look might include lots of terracotta. Whichever materials you use, remember that authenticity is key. In this case, it's preferable to opt for the real deal over mass-produced versions. Consider taking a step outside the norm and shopping for your design elements away from big box stores. Flea markets, craft shows, and independently owned shops are all viable alternatives. Collect this idea: simplicity is always best. Image, audax. Keep it simple. Once you have your design elements in place, it's crucial to think about how you'll go about putting all of the pieces together. With Wabi-Sabi, simplicity is key. You'll want to allow your sourced pieces space to shine on their own and, whenever possible, to bring an element of nature into the room. As for how to go about pulling those things off, your best bet is to focus on the layout. Wabi-Sabi interiors favor pared-down layouts where the functional items are the focal point. Build the room around the furniture and be sure to leave plenty of negative space. When you're ready to consider accessories, pay special attention to items that also have a functional purpose. Decorative bowls and trays are always a solid choice, as are houseplants that can add a hint of freshness to the space. Embrace imperfections. Our last tip is the most important one. Usually, when we discuss adding finishing touches to your interior design, we talk about how to make it look finished, or how to give it a professionally designed edge. In this case, you're aiming for the opposite. Wabi-Sabi is about deliberately working to find the beauty in existing imperfections. With that in mind, feel free to leave a rough edge to your completed design. That decorative bowl that you glued back together after it fell and shattered? Feel free to give it a place of honor. Your unmade bed? Here's permission to call it arty must. Keep in mind, however, that there is a difference between embracing the essence of Wabi-Sabi and losing your design to day-to-day clutter. Where that line falls will be personal for each of us, but you'll want to be sure that aesthetic choices always remain purposeful.